A commando unit attacked the Israeli army's southern Gaza headquarters and jammed its communications, thus preventing personnel from calling their commanders or each other. Part 4. The final part involved moving hostages to Gaza, mostly achieved early in the attack meant for a prisoner exchange. Israel then responded with airstrikes taking the lives of many Palestinians, both civilians and fighters. To help you understand the basic IDF strategy, let's divide Gaza into 5 parts. We start with North Gaza, then move on to Gaza, followed by Deir al-Balah, Khan Yunis, and finally Rafah and this crossing towards Egypt. And a quick recap. Since Hamas' attack on October 7, the IDF has invaded Gaza from almost all sides by land, sea, and air. Firstly, invading Gaza from the north and progressing to central Gaza, while instructing Gazans to move to the south. There are various crossings that the IDF controls, mainly the Kerem Shalom, and Hamas controls Rafah. This is probably one of the last major crossings the IDF wants to clear and control since the rockets were fired from Rafah at its soldiers near the Kerem Shalom crossing. But now here is the catch. Remember IDF instruction to move to the south. Gazans are now instructed to move to humanitarian zones towards the north. This war not only brought Hezbollah but also the Houthis militants, and this is how they managed to control the blockades on this part of the strait as a show of support for the Palestine people. Ships from around the world traverse this strategic route, but the Houthis militants have exploited this waterway to attack shipping vessels. Now let's examine different scenarios of how they execute these attacks. Scenario 1. If a ship is within 80 kilometers or 40 miles from land, which is the desired range, there is a possibility of the missile they would use to attack ships. A Soviet-era P-21 with solid booster and liquid fuel anti-ship missile, produced during the Cold War, is employed for the attacking mission. When launched, the first stage booster fires off for 2 to 3 seconds, after which the second stage takes off. It searches for a target using analog radar. When locked and ready, it can destroy a ship using a hollow-shaped charged warhead. This has the potential to either destroy or sink a cargo ship if it hits at the right angle. This involves the use of a Soviet-era missile that was re-engineered by the Iranians, converting it into an anti-ship missile. The converted SA-2 missile can be launched from within 45 kilometers or 28 miles from the target. Take, for example, the U.S. destroyers sailing through the Red Sea. The Houthis forces fired 3 anti-ship ballistic missiles capable of traveling at a speed of Mach 3.5, along with 2 land attack cruise missiles in the southern Red Sea over a 10-hour period that commenced at approximately 6:30 in the morning on December 26. These actions create a psychological impact and disrupt trade routes. Fortunately, the U.S. destroyer's defense system kicks in and successfully destroys the incoming threats. As a result, there was no damage to ships in the area and no injuries were reported.